Okay, so we have a very special event. This is a Father's Day rock painting workshop that you can do at home with your dad and you can do at home with your children. The first thing to do is go for a walk and get some rocks. Once you get your rocks, some of them might be dusty, so you might want to just dunk them in some water and clean it off. I have cleaned off just one side of the rock because after this I'm planning to place this rock back in the garden, and I have a few other rocks here with me. For the workshop you'll need some water, you'll need some beautiful rocks that you have gathered with your children or with your dad. You'll need some paint. You can get some acrylic paints from the dollar store, really cheap, just $1 for a bottle of paint. You can get your main three primary colors if you wish, red, blue, yellow, and then you can mix them yourself, and that's a fun thing to do together. Red and blue makes purple, blue and yellow makes green, yellow and red makes orange. So keep that in mind. As well, we'll need some paint brushes. You might need a paintbrush that has a flat head. You might need a paintbrush that has maybe a pointed head, and you might like a foam brush better. Foam brushes are good because you can make bigger strokes and cover the rock in kind of bigger parts or faster if that's your goal. The next thing is a pen of some sort, and usually a felt pen works best or a marker works best on rocks. So some acrylic paints, a felt pen, some paint brushes if you have, and if not, your finger would do too. Remember that. We need some rocks, we need some water. You might need to put a towel or something that you don't mind getting it dirty right underneath you on the table. And we'll begin. So I have the color white close by because if you do get some paints from the dollar store, sometimes they're quite thin and you have to apply a few layers at a time. So sometimes it feels nice to maybe cover your rock with white, and then on top of the white you can paint a different color, or of course you can always mix colors with your white here. So we will start with the color yellow, or I will start with the color yellow. And the easiest way I find is just to take my tube of paint and put a bit of dab of paint on my rock. Nice and easy. We'll take the thickest paintbrush, the flat-headed paintbrush, and we'll start kind of dabbing or stroking the paint on top of our rock. With each stroke you might think of what you like about your dad. You might like to think of places your dad has maybe taken you. If you are a dad, you might like to think of good memories you've had with your child or children. So it turns into a bit of a meditation. Of course, you can put some music. You can even talk about good memories you've shared together. I'm going to let this rock or the paint on the rock dry, but for the purpose of the video I have already painted a yellow rock. I'll make sure to clean my brush and place it aside. So I have a few affirmations here that I would like to work with, and before I start kind of writing affirmations on the rock, it might be a nice practice to place our hands on our heart. So we'll place our hands on our heart and we'll simply drop into a place of gratitude. Gratitude for this moment of spending time with family. Gratitude for taking this time and remembering good events, happy events with our dad or with our children, if you are a dad. And then you can pick up the rock. We'll pick up our felt pen and we'll start writing a message on this rock. So I'm going to write a message to my dad, and the message is, I believe in you. You might like to write a message just like this, I trust you, or simply a word, believe, or trust, or love, a word such as family. There we go. So I have a yellow rock, and I've written, I believe in you. And this is to my dad. So I'm going to place this in the garden. Now you might like to just keep your rock as simple as this one if you wish, or you might like to actually maybe draw some hearts around, or dab some flowers or some colors around. You might like to stick an object of some sort, maybe a penny or a flower if you have a dried flower. So just be as creative as possible and see what feels kind of right. Yeah, right for your heart. Next, I am going to take the pink rock, and on this pink rock, I am going to write, it's okay, it's okay. Sometimes we kind of put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be that perfect father figure, or to have that perfect dad maybe. And so it's a nice message to write on our rock and think that, you know, it's okay. We don't have to all be perfect at all times. It's okay. And on this rock, I'm going to put maybe some white dots. And I'm going to use my pointy brush. So some white dots on this rock. And with each dot that I place, I think of, again, good memories with family, with my dad, times that he's been there for me, and times that maybe he's not been there for me, times that he's listened to me, maybe times that he wasn't there to listen to me, and that's okay. That's okay. There we go. It's my second rock. And so the third rock is a blue one that I've already painted. And on this blue rock, I would like to write the word family. Family. So, whatever family means to you. Yeah, a place of nurturing and kindness, a place of trust, a place of being okay with who we are, a place of healing, love. So I am going to try this brush here, the kind of foam brush, just so you can see how the foam brush works. So I know that the color blue, this dark blue, is probably too dark for my felt pen to show on it. So I'm going to mix a bit of white here to make this a little bit lighter. And the felt brush takes a lot of paint. So just to let you know that if you like to work with the felt brush, it takes a lot of paint, and to be aware of that. But the surface will be a little bit more smoother, and I can show that to you between the two rocks that I've painted. And you'll notice that the surface of the kind The felt brush is way smoother than the other brush that I used earlier, the flat brush. So flat brush with the yellow and then the felt brush with the blue. Again, I'll let this dry, and for the purpose of the video, I have picked this already dried rock, and I'm gonna use my finger to dab some paint on the rock and then paint on top. So I'll use the color orange this time, and we'll put a little bit of orange. We'll put our finger on this color orange and we'll start dabbing our rock. Dad, I love you. Dad, I miss you. I believe in you. I trust you. Dad, you've got my back. Dad, you're kind, you're loving, and I know it. There we go. With every dab, there's a good intention spread on this rock. And then you might want to wait till the kind of maybe orange dabs dry, but I will see if I can write without kind of touching the orange here. Maybe we'll go this way. So, family. Peace sign. So you don't have to write words on your rock. You might like to simply draw something, a house, or a heart, or a peace sign, or a flower, or squigglies and lines maybe. Go. And this is it. So we have the rock that says family. We have the rock that says it's okay, it's okay. And we have the rock that says I believe in you. I hope you enjoyed this little short video, and may you have fun and find peace and love in your heart and in your home.